Hello. What is up? This is your boy, alertwolf here, to bring you another anime review. This is of Hunter x Hunter, episode 65. Sorry guys, this is coming out so late. I said it on one of my other reviews, but I'll say it on this one too. I was really under the weather last week, and I only have a certain amount of time to put these videos out in my schedule, and so I was sick for part of it, and then the other day I get free was the we had the Super Bowl, so I was busy on the other day. And I drank some more, and then it kind of relapsed there. But so I hadn't had the chance to do these videos, so I'm a week behind. So what I've been doing is to catch up. I'm putting out all the videos that should have been out last week, back to back. So this is the fourth video I've done already. Actually, and this one will come out last just because of the order of how I release them. So this is technically like the sixth video, and yeah, so they'll all be coming out, and then this week's will come out on their normal times. So now that I've said all that, let's jump right in to, again, Hunter x Hunter episode 65 review, and this one is Evil Fist and Rock, Paper, Scissors. Now, took a little notes too. I always have my cheat sheets, because I like cheating in these reviews. And basically, this one we get story points and progressions, and we get things moving along, and different things coming to fruition, and good stuff. So, all right. So right off the bat, the scene, the episode opens just where the last one ends, with the Phantom Troop breaking into the island. Even though they could go there the normal way, they found where the island is and they break in. So they land there from a boat. About half the Phantom Troop is there, and the same members that went in the game before. And we meet a new guy, a new character. His name is Razor. He's one of the game designers. He says he handles the emitter spells and movement spells, and he's basically the bouncer of the game. So he's like, hey guys, just so we're clear, right? You didn't wash up here on shore, did you? No, I didn't think so. And he's like, plus that would be impossible because of how the island's set up. There's no way the currents will take you to this island. So he's like, and he shows them that he has this rule card. It's the eliminator card. He's like, you can only do this if you have administrator status to the game, which is what he is. He's like, I'm gonna bounce you to the mainland, and you'll just end up in random locations. He's like, but play the game the right way. Come see me, come find me, you'll fight me, and if you beat me, you'll get a prize. And they're like, all right. Now the Phantom Troop looked, half the Phantom Troop is there, and there was already acknowledgement that this dude is strong, and they kind of didn't react. They were a little nervous there, because this dude is a beast if he designed the game, and he runs with Goen's dad. And he wasn't worried that half the Phantom Troop was staring him in the face. And then we see a glimpse of his power. He shoots an energy ball at their ship and destroys it after he has them teleported away. And so basically, there you go. This is our first introduction to that character. I'm sure he'll become important later on. Alright, the next... I'm just going to hit these like points. I think I find that the Hunter... at least with my Hunter x Hunter reviews, it just feels better this way. So the next thing we get is basically the rest of them are training, and Killua shows that, well, first let me explain, and I'll get back to this later, but Goen explains what he plans to do as far as rock, paper, scissors. Now, we had already seen, Gon basically had previously mastered Rock. And Rock is just basically the technique that allows him to smash boulders in a punch, almost explosively. And he shows it by punching a boulder and it basically explodes. And he's like, yeah, that's my plan for Rock. My plan for Paper, and he puts his palm out, and he's like, now, Biscuit, how do you make Nen fly? She's like, what? More training. And he goes, yeah, so I plan to, basically, he wants to make like a fireball and shoot it, you know, like an energy projectile. That's his plan for Paper. And he goes, as far as Scissor's concerned, I want to be able to cut a rock in half. So he wants to make some sort of cutting technique, probably like a sword technique. So that is Rock, Paper, Scissor. He was inspired by her story. So his evil fist, his Rock, Paper, Scissor is developing these techniques. Then Killua shows them that he has already electric powers, and she's shocked by Biscuit's shocked by this. She's like, he must have had a horrible life to be able to produce electricity so fast, and yet he can still smile because obviously he has friends now, meaning Go. And she realizes how frightening he is, and basically both of these idiots are. They're just powerhouses, and with a limited potential. And you know, he basically they're talking about timing, and Biscuit tells him that the time is passing the same, and it's almost been a year. Gon realizes that Killua forgot that he has to go do the hunter exam, and he has to apply for it and do it. And he's like, yeah, you gotta get out of here. So they gotta go back to the town. They have to track down a leave card, and there's two ways to get it: either get a super rare card or ride this in-character monster dude. Killua just beats him up, takes the card, and bounces. And Gon instructs him what town to go to, tells him to mention him, that you're his friend, and they'll get you there to the examination on time. And he's like, all right. He asks the you know, the game character, who runs the game, you know, the game controller chick, and he's like, can you take me to the certain town? And she's like, yes, of course, we can teleport you there. And so that's what happens. Now, before this happens, he looks at her. He's like, she kind of looks familiar. And then when he said that, that got me thinking. You know, I was thinking that a little bit before when I first saw her, but I thought, you know, she looks like a Zoltek. She looks just like him. You know what I mean? They got the white hair, the friggin' dead-looking eyes. You know what I mean? Like, it's possible she's related to him. Now, guys at home who read the manga, don't tell me if I'm right. I don't want to know. I'm sure I will find out eventually. So if you think I'm on the right track or the wrong track, keep it to yourself, please. I mean, you know what? I wouldn't be mad if you mentioned it. Honestly, I'm not one of those guys who are like, oh man, you spoiled it for me. I can't watch this anymore. No, it's not that big of a deal. I prefer not to know. You know, I like to be surprised. But if you told me, I wouldn't be pissed or angry either. You know, so whatever. You know, do what you want. Who am I to stop you from commenting and telling me you know what you want to tell me? You know, I appreciate any comment, both positive or negative. So, but anyway. So there we go. So he bounces. He goes. You know, he goes to do what he got to do. Then we get a big game. See, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this dude's name right. He's the darker skinned gentleman with the cool blue jacket and a bomb attached to his shoulder. One of the guys that Killua and Gon came in with, and Biscuit came in with, and he manages to find Biscuit and go and he's like, oh, Killua bounced for a little while, and he explains to him what's going on with the bomber situation, and he makes it seem like he's trying to warn everybody, when in reality, it was just luck that he found them, but he figured he'd tell them anyway, in case what he has plans doesn't work. Now, what I like about him is he's no fool. He's fully aware that these guys are just going to kill him anyway. Why not? I mean, honestly, your only leverage is the fact that you have all the cards these people want. That means, you know, they can't kill you because the cards just disappear permanently. So, whatever. So yeah, they're no fool. So it turns out he's a conjurer, and he conjures up a monster to eat the bomb off of him. After he warns Biscuit and Gon of what's going on. So at the same time, all the other guys, you know, go to the bombers for help. They agree to the bombers' demands, and the bombers use their technique, and the release technique releases them from their fear, meaning killing them. So all the bombs go off at the same time, killing everybody except for the main dude from that group who is dying slowly. And they're like, why would we ever? You people are trash, you know, like, fuck you. Like, why would we even give a shit? So, but luckily, our boy up in the game, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this dude's name right. He lives because that thing ate the bomb, and now he has this creature for a while because of all the energy consumed and all that. Now, this dude, his ability is interesting. Now, if the Phantom Troop ever found out about this dude, they could use, I'm just speculating here, they could use him to remove the heart chain placed in Lucifer, and thus untying his hands, and then they could go kill Killua, or not Killua, excuse me, can go kill Kurapika, but oh man, gotta get some water. But you know, I'm just speculating on the what if there. But all right. So, you know, basically, Gon and Biscuit go back to training because she's trying to train him to develop the paper technique. They end up going into town, and she wants to have him trained by the time Killua comes back from taking the exam. They go into town. They buy magic cards. At first, Gon wants to go see to the cave, to the hideout, and see if everybody's okay. And she's like, well, first off, we don't know where it is. Second off, if these guys, this bomber guy's no joke if he was able to do this to all these people, and they're probably dead. You know what I mean? And she's like, I'm sure we'll face them down the road. So they end up going back to town, going to the shop, and they bought 60 magic cards. Now, and they even got a rare S card. Now, Biscuit already realizes that this means that those dudes are dead, and the excess cards that they didn't need, they just sold back to the shop or something. And you know. Now, one more thing on Endgame, he realizes, you know, that nobody knows he's alive, so he plans his own. He's like, now I have to move and let people think I'm dead and plan my own action. But whatever. So then they decide what to do with the, you know, the special card. There's a transition. We see Killua's talking to those creatures from the game, and they're gonna take them, and they're like, "Oh, you smell like Gon," and then they start telling stories, and he's like, "Oh man, I'll tell you about the time Gon came to my house." You know, and they're all friends. So there you go. Now, we see the fruits of the training. First off, we get another spell card being used. This one is the Black Curtain, and basically, you know, they explain it in the back of the episode, but it blocks people from looking at your book. So that gets used, and the training continues, and she shows him paper, and you know, he figures out a little ball of energy comes out, and he shoots it. And she's like, you know, we need to train until you can hit the rock far away. He's like, oh, okay. And then on his second attempt, like his first attempt was just to create the ball. On the second attempt, he hits the rock. And she's like, well, that was fast. She goes, all right, more basic training, because now he has to develop his scissor technique again, which is the technique to cut. So probably like a sword or a saw blade or something. And that's what he has to develop, and then improve, obviously, all three. So, and that was pretty much the episode. That was it, you know. The next episode is going to be called Strategy and Scheme. It shows Killua going back to you know, to get his hunter license, and some stuff we're going to. So that's going to be good. I can't wait. I mean, it's not going to be a big thing, obviously, because he's going to breeze through this exam. Because he's already, like, ridiculously powerful compared to what he was. So, I'm going to enjoy it. Now, what am I going to give this episode? I think I'm going to give this one I'm gonna give it it wasn't a 4, and it's a little better. 3.5, a 3.5. You know, it's just slightly better than a 3. We got some good action out of it. We got to see what kind of men the bombers truly were. You know, we met a new character. We got to see some interesting Nen abilities. We got to see, especially Goen's new technique. You know, and Killua is about to take the exam, so a lot went down this episode. And again, the timing felt right. Again, I was never bored through at any moment. You know, I thought it was all pretty good, and a little bit nostalgic. So I definitely enjoyed this. So, yep, yeah, I think that's it for me. So click it up if you like it, comment if you must, and please subscribe if you can. And this is alertwolf signing off.